Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. The good old developers from 11th Hour Games have officially bestowed upon us another sneak peek into 083 that we will be getting September 3rd. And this time it's in the way of a skill that is getting completely redone. Some would call this skill a fan favorite. A quintessential skill to the Sentinel class, and we're going to be talking about Lunge. That's going to have a completely new tree and new VFX. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right, let's jump right into this. Right now, we are on the official Last Epoch website under General News. Can you feel it? It's in the air. The update is inbound. And we keep figuring out new information. I guess I should say they keep telling us new information. Lunge overhaul coming for 083. Sans update is bringing a lot of updates to the Sentinel, including to its core movement skill Lunge. Lunge is receiving a full update with new VFX, a completely new skill tree, also some changes to its base functionality. Now, when it says also some changes to its base functionality, most people will call this a nerf. It's getting nerfed. When really what 11th Hour Games is doing with Lunge is they are changing the mechanic to work how they want it to work, to make sure the skill functions how it's supposed to function. But they're kind of bringing it back in line. Now, whenever I stream, people are always like, I can't believe you don't use Lunge for my new Void Knight that I've been streaming. And I say, that's because I am a Shield Rush guy. I personally like Shield Rush better. I know people think it's crazy, but I don't like having to have an enemy to use it. In its current state, Lunge is the most effective movement skill in the game for going quickly to pack. This is because Sentinel is largely a melee class, and in mid to late game scenarios, melee builds need tools to keep up with ranged characters. However, Lunge currently benefits throwing and spell Sentinel builds as well, but it becomes too extreme with increased cooldown recovery speed. In an early game, you can create too much of that disparity between different classes' movement in multiplayer. To address this, we've increased the base cooldown, provided a cooldown recovery speed with the movement skill node in the Sentinel passive tree, and changed the cooldown recovery nodes on the Lunge tree to be more melee specific. Did you catch that? I feel like I read it pretty quick. Disparity between different classes' movement in multiplayer. And this is smart, right? They are currently testing multiplayer. They have most of their resources into multiplayer. And they are probably finding out quickly, like, we have to change Lunge. There's no way this is going to work with the Sentinels bouncing all over the place. Smart. First node, Warrior's Renewal. You reduce Lunge's remaining cooldown by 1% when you use a different melee attack at least one enemy, and hit at least one enemy. This effect can only occur a limited number of times per use of Lunge. So what this does is it requires you to use a different skill, and obviously you have to hit an enemy in order to be able to use Lunge again or use the cooldown that it's going to give you from this node. It forces you to not just use Lunge. Smart. The specialization tree is also getting a complete rework. The previous tree didn't offer many viable options, but it contained powerful temporary buffs that made it feel like you had to use Lunge every few seconds for those, even if you didn't want to use it. We've removed the temporary buffs and added a lot more nodes that change Lunge and how you want to use it in the more interesting ways. They're changing it so you just can't use Lunge one way. And that's like, you know, people are going to be mad because they're used to using Lunge, but now it will have more variety as a skill. In particular, there are a lot more nodes that scale with distance traveled or how many enemies you passed through. Let's take a look at these. Onslaught. Lunge's final hit deals more damage, multiplicative with other modifiers in a larger area based on distance traveled up to a maximum. Then you got maximum distance, maximum damage, maximum area, maximum distance benefit. 10 meters, so it's better to be 10 meters away. Impairing Strike. Lunge's final hit now immobilizes enemies for a short distance. So now you want to be a shorter hit. I lead the charge. This is going to be the multiplayer node. You grant nearby allies the haste buff for a short duration based on distance traveled up to a maximum. Maximum haste duration 3, maximum distance benefit 10. So now you could boost your party's move speed by using lunge. I like that. And I believe your party will also like that. Where are we? Some nodes that were just stat changes in the past now have more interesting tangible effects, such as the node that grants a bonus while using a polearm, now making the damage of lunge extend a way past the target with a VFX to match. We like VFX. We like new skill looks. Art of the Spear. Lunge's final hit now deals damage in an extended rectangle instead of a circle when using the polearm. Extended area with polearm. I would have to see that, unless that's what they're going to show us right now, which that isn't what it looks like. We've also redone the base visual effect of the Void and Fire conversion nodes on the new tree have their own visual variants, enabling Lunge to better match the rest of your build if you're leaning heavily into Void or Fire. Let's make this a little bigger. So, not very good video quality. 11th Hour Games, I think you could do a little better than this, but as you will see, you got, let's see, Void, Bleed, Fire, Void, wait, Fire, regular one. You can see it. Man, it's kind of making me go blind a little bit. Now, this is something that 11th Hour Games has kind of always done, right? When you actually change the skill, it will show. What a lot of people have been asking for is the tooltip to change color. This is like the first time probably in the history, and I'm going to get a lot of people pissed at me, where Wolcen actually did something correctly. When you change the element or the ailment or the damage modifier of the skill, it actually changes how the skill looks. So then lunge would be purple now, or it'd be, red for fire or whatever. But it is cool that, it now will look different for fire and void. How long can you stare at this before you go blind? Whew. This literally just came out, what was it, earlier today? It's already got 1,000 views. 10 likes. I should probably go in and like it too. Am I logged in right now? Let's see. Can I like it? I can. 11 likes. So lunge, another skill that's getting completely reworked for 083. Hopefully you are happy with the changes. Again, there's still so much we don't know about this update. They're just giving us little breadcrumbs right now. All right, everyone, that's the video. What do you think of lunge? Are you happy with the changes? Are you mad? Is it a nerf? Are you happy that they're reworking it for multiplayer? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm sure you've heard right now that I've officially started a Twitch. As of right now, we are in our second giveaway. I'm giving away a free copy of Last Epoch and a free copy of the game Never Return, which is a new dungeon crawler, and a bonus item that is worth more than both. The way you get into that giveaway is my first 100 subs on the channel. Right now we are at 79, so the next 21 people that subscribe to my Twitch, first link in the description below, will be entered. And right now I am streaming 4 times a week. Other than that, if you haven't joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,100 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you enjoyed this fairly quick Last Epoch video. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.